All right, the preposition. What is a preposition? A preposition is a word that connects other words to one another and shows the relationship between words. They're usually placed before nouns and pronouns. He went from Ottawa to Toronto. They are instructed by him. Verbs are often followed by a preposition as well. So you have, for example, he waited by the bus station. And sometimes the same verb may be followed by a different preposition, resulting in a different meaning. So there's a difference between he waited in the bus station versus he waited across the bus station. Or even, in the first example, he waited by the bus station. If you say he waited in the bus station, that means he's physically inside the bus station. He waited by the bus station means he's beside the bus station. And across the bus station means he's probably on the other side. He's probably on the other side of the road. All right, so in this chart, we have the most commonly used prepositions. I'll just read over them and then I'll describe the meaning or define the meaning of some of them in the next slide. Of, into, above, at, off, to, within, below, near, on, upon, for, without, between, up, among, by, over, beneath, down, after, with, under, from, before, about, in, through, beyond, behind, against. All right, let's look at the definition of some common prepositions. So of, we use of to indicate possession or belonging, an effect or consequence. The house of God. He died of a fever. So in the first example, we're saying that this house belongs to God. And in the second example, we're saying that the consequence of his fever was that he died. 2. It's used in opposition to from. And it also refers to the receiver of an action, in which case it functions as the indirect object. So we say he drove from Ottawa to Toronto. So basically he started in Ottawa, he started his trip in Ottawa, and he concluded his trip in Toronto. I gave a gift to my friend. So the thing that you gave was a gift, and the recipient of that gift, the receiver of that gift, in other words, the indirect object, is my friend. Of course, you could express this last sentence differently. Instead of saying I gave a gift to my friend, you could simply say I gave my friend a gift, in which case you wouldn't need the preposition to. 4 refers to the cause or motive of an action or circumstance. He loves her for her friendly qualities, meaning the cause of his love for her is her friendly qualities. By. This refers to the cause, agent, or means. He was killed by a fall. So the cause of his death was falling down. This house was built by him. So the person who built this house, the agent, the doer, is him. We're traveling by car. So how are we traveling? What means of transportation are we using? A car. With refers to the act of accompanying or the means. We will go with you. So in other words, we will accompany you wherever you're going. They are on good terms with each other. He was cut with a knife. So he was cut by means of a knife. So a knife was used to cut him. In refers to a time, place, the state or manner of being or acting. So he was born in 1990, obviously refers to a time. He lives in West Ottawa, refers to a place. And she lives in affluence, refers to a state. So this is the state in which she lives in. She is living in affluence. Into refers to the movement or motion of any kind. So he was born into immense wealth. And copper is converted into brass. So in the first example, into is in a more figurative sense, while the second, it's more literal. Within, something comprehended in any place or time. So they are within the house, so meaning they are inside the house. They began and finished his work. He began and finished his work within the time limit.